because you've been in way too much.
I have been looking forward to and dreading tonight for a week.
Me too.
Likewise.
I want to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get going. Benny, you came through the entry and are on the base floor by the bottom of the stairs. Is that correct?
I was just okay. I'm at the bottom of the stairs inside of our adjoining hotel.
Oh,
I am not
that's right.
outside yet.
You're
If I run all the way back to the entryway, that's another 100 feet I don't want to deal with. So I'm going towards the door, kicking through the door, whatever that takes. I guess that's still a manipulate, isn't it?
Mhm.
I plan to actually toss the rifle, but I'm going to go for the Henry. If I see my Henry, because I had my bags and the Henry's sticking out, I'm grabbing that instead.
Bighorn?
Bighorn? Gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to grab the Bighorn. And then I'm going to charge out the window towards madness and destruction.
Well, the beauty of it, we left off last time in the middle of combat round, so I know exactly where we start.
Exactly.
I don't love it, but I know exactly where it is.
I'm still...
Danny, you've conveniently avoided like 3 full rounds of combat.
Inconveniently. I should have been able to position myself so I could take shots at things from a distance. I was really excited about using that scope.
But, John, we could probably place a bet. I'm thinking the over-under's like 3 more rounds before he sees combat.
Oh, easily. I don't know if I'd put any money on that. I'm thinking It's probably closer to 5.
With the path that I'm going to take, it's going to be up the fire escape. And if I went inside, I see everybody else dodging out of the building and running up the sides of it. You're climbing up the face of the stupid building. Well, you did.
I did.
I think Robin's going to get into combat before he does, and that includes 2 full rounds of complaining.
Matt.
Speaking of, it's getting running late.
He said he cleared this day.
Yeah, so I don't know how he gets started. He's usually early. Yeah. But if he's going to be late, he'll usually let me know. Let me check my phone, make sure I haven't seen anything. Yeah.
I feel you, John, because it's going to be a while.
And just doing more housekeeping here. Cornell, you're on the 3rd floor in the stairwell.
Yes.
2 shadowy things nearby.
That all sounds correct, yeah.
Bjorn and Blanca up on the 5th floor in the stairwell. A couple of shadowy things nearby.
I thought we were in a room.
It's a room within there's a room within the larger room. So the stairwell kind of coils up through the whole structure. You went through a door into the stairwell area.
Gotcha.
So we
have 3 of them with us. The one on the left is critically wounded. The one on the right is partially wounded. And I think the one in front of me is not wounded at all.
Sounds right.
The wall of fire is back behind us somewhere.
Yeah, so it's outside the door you just ran through. Something occurs to you as you're in that stairwell is that you smell a lot of smoke. The fire is gaining in intensity and not remaining stable.
This is a wooden building, yes.
It's stone on the outside, but it's a chimney on the inside.
Nice crispy center. That's different. Crunchy on the outside, crispy on the inside. It actually harkens back to my original plan of just burn it.
That's kind of the theme lately, is that the thing that the characters want to do is the same thing the NPCs want to do.
Burn it.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Mike? Oh, Mike's on some other call. The other group was like, "We're gonna blow this ship up. We're gonna scuttle it." Oh, wait, there is a Kurg Union. There's a Kurg Union. What was it? Torpedo boat took care of that for us.
Oh boy,
broke the spine.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. two pairs of underwater missiles. Put that thing deep at the bottom of the ocean.
Sweet.
With the rack empty, the little pleasure boat they were on didn't get any special attention.
Did they encounter any Welkonauts?
They did. They brought two back.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yes, but they're not home free yet. Kurt Union doesn't lightly deal with defectors.
Yeah. You call it the loss of a national treasure.
Yes, and if we can't have them, no one can.
Yeah, das ist true.
We activate the microchip inside of your brain.
Was Blanca conscious in the stairwell with me?
Yes. Yeah, she was laying on the deck.
And she crawled behind me for cover.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The thickness of the smoke coming into the room is concerning enough to you, Bjorn. You've been around fire on the battlefield. You know how it can choke and sting.
Yeah.
And the lack of ventilation in here and the intensity, this place is going to become unbreathable very, very soon. You're thinking maybe 1 or 2 breaths before you're going to have to start holding it.
Oh, jeez.
Visibility will drop pretty quickly, though that's not a concern to you right now. You want to survive the next 18 seconds before you worry about visibility again.
Yeah, it's the fire is in another lifetime as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you always wanted to be cremated, right?
No.
On a boat.
No, always with the boats.
With the boat.
Always with the boats.
What are we missing? We can start pretty well. Robin's deep into the round just before Banny and Cornell. And I can always catch her up. What am I missing here? That's good to go. Oh, yeah. What's our little princess up to?
Me?
Me?
Oh, Benny.
Yeah, don't admit to it. Come on, at least distance yourself. Oh, that's what I was doing. Pulling up her half-spent spell complement. Hubris is going to be the death of her.
When has it ever been different?
Well, when you're wasting spells on just daily activities and you don't save them for the big fight.
Yeah, there's that.
A lot to be said there.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hola.
¿Cómo está?
I think my liquids match tonight.
What?
It means you're not drinking enough fluids.
I need to make sure I have a water on hand, so we'll probably take a break in next little bit. To make sure to hydrate along the way.
Waters for wimps.
Yeah, when your GM hibernates, what exactly do you do?
Hibernate or hydrate?
Hydrate.
Oh, I was thinking
See,
hibernate.
mine is. I just took my vitamins, I guess. Extra.
That's a kind of a cool glass. Doesn't look easy to drink out of, but it's not going to tip over.
Yep. It's not bad. And that is a lot of absinthe. Expect a good night.
What?
The Green Fairy comes to town.
I think Banny's going to go into the way back machine. And...
What? Well, by the end of this, I'm going to be so burnt. It's not even.
Time machine.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Well, the building's on fire, but you can't get burnt if you're not inside of it.
That only applies to me.
Yeah.
Just throwing an editorial out there.
Abandoned ship.
Wait, what ship?
Wait, you keep on using the ship metaphors. You got to stop it. Got to stop it.
Always with the ships. I think that at least a couple of us are in this thing for the long haul. Hopefully.
All Banny has to do is get there, and then he'll be in there for the long haul for you guys.
Wait, did the firewall set the building on fire?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Who set the fire? What?
The firewall was.
Let's do a recap, and then I'll do a little catch up, so we're all on the same page.
We didn't start the fire.
No, we didn't this time.
John, you want to give us a recap as you recall it?
I absolutely will. So, after Bjorn's epic heroism on the boat, assisted by some other probably NPC types, we fled the scene to our. Well, we had planned to go to the hotel, but Banny wanted to date the sea witch, so we had to stop and see her and her lackey. Actually, I think we did go to the hotel. Meanwhile, Robin Duran threw a full-on hissy fit and went back to a bus locker where someone had absconded with her pistol.
Not her clothes.
To the local police department. Hey, I'm telling this lie here.
Okay.
This is my lie.
While she was being like uber Karen with the police, and the cop would have just, if she'd given him a little bit of tongue or some skirt, she probably could have gotten away with the whole thing. But no, she had to be all prim and proper and speak French and shit. Finally, he gave it back to her just to make her go away. Then we went to see the sea witch and her annoying little toad. Actually, Banny went, despite being warned repeatedly by the heroic Viking, who's never wrong.
Never.
This person is not our friend, and you need to stay away from her.
And
when
him.
Banny rejoined us, he had pretty much come to that conclusion, but on his own, as opposed to receiving any guidance. So then we headed off to the Blood Prince's apartment, where we started to put a plan together in a hotel room. And then we hit a long patch of indecision.
Wait,
You
no,
mean like
no, there was-
10 minutes?
There was
Where
so
the-
much decision. There
where
was
the
so
players
much.
just kind of stared at each other, and one went and got a cheeseburger, and one was deciding how much to tip the bellman. Is it 12%? Is it 15%? And then the heroic Viking saw the Blood Prince making his way to the apartment and decided the issue by charging and hoping that people followed him, which everybody but Banny did. Banny ran up the stairs to the roof, knowing that he falls off of buildings on the regular, and went scrambling across the tiles, nearly losing his life in the process, while the other heroes burst into the house, came under fire. Some tried to go up a staircase and hit an invisible barrier. There was some shooting. Banny was trying not to fall to his death, looking to see if he could see through a window to be a sniper. The heroic Viking, of course, climbed the building to the 5th floor. Blanca dimension doored up there, where we found out that both the female mage and the Viking bit off a bit more than they could chew. Meanwhile, our other heroes are scaling the outside of the building. Banny's one chance to get a clear shot, the window frosts over. He almost falls to his death again, and then decides that he has to come back inside, down the stairs, wasting at least 20 minutes and probably stopping for the men's room at the same time. While a fire appears, the Viking heroically leaps through it, significantly singeing his beard, finding
And the kilt.
who crawls behind him. Shadow creatures. There's a mage in here wounded somewhere. I think that Robin hit him with a bullet, but I'm not certain because I'm dealing with shadow puppets right now. And when we last left off, I think Bjorn was wearing a girdle of storm giant strength and had a +11 battle axe.
Something
Might be
like
a
that.
little off on those details. So
By and large, I think you're on point there.
There's your recap.
Eric, feel free to put in like that, like the tiny text at the bottom that says, "We do not Richard does not like endorse the message from."
Paid for by Bjorn Oleander.
All opinions are the opinion of the speaker.
Would you like to know more? Yes.
Inquire at Twitch.
Right.
And everyone takes a swig.
I have some nuance differences there, but I'm okay with that recounting for the most part.
Yeah. I'm glad you're on solid ground, so you don't have to hear a rattle of clay tiles, a short scream, and a thump.
Very nearly the first casualty of that combat without seeing the other side.
I hate this city. I hate it. I really. It's like, yeah, I should have known that there was sheer slate tiles everywhere. I should have. Anyway, moving
You
on.
even had an encounter with it the same day, or no, the previous day.
You
The
expect
previous day.
that these have flat tops. These buildings, you expect like, oh, this is a hotel, so you get up. It's like you think it's all New York City or something, but it's
Anyway,
never.
you go to sleep, you reset. It's
I know.
Did you think the undead were on that roof looking for a hot date? Just asking for a friend.
Undead. We've got so many other things that are more interesting than the undead. Yeah.
how
Lots.
far. Yeah.
So catching up, just to remind you of combat order:
Ghosts.
Blanca followed by Bjorn, then some bad guys, then Robin, Fanny, and Cornell.
He said some.
There are some.
Some.
So Fanny is coming down of the hotel across the street as fast as he can. Cornell is on the third floor, moving up the central staircase. Bjorn and Blanca are hemmed in a tiny room on the fifth floor at the top on the staircase, and Robin is further south. She's climbed up in a fire access ladder to the roof across the way. She's got about 35-foot gap between her and the opposite wall where everybody is, though there's a connecting building in between. If she wishes to close, she'll be doing some roof scrambling of her own. Or
That's why the obstacle course.
yeah. Or you could do one of those, the other guy's roof jumps.
Yeah, aim for the bushes.
Parkour hasn't been invented yet.
40-foot gap. Are you Spider-Man?
Okay,
Sorry.
we'll start. Blanca's at the top of the round. Bjorn, you're standing over her. She's on the floor behind you. You're watching white and black smoke pour in, not just through the doorway, but just through vents and stuff that kind of keep this central stairwell heated to the same degree the rest of the house is. You feel yourself choking involuntarily as you can taste burning fabric, woods, books. Everything is going up in here. This place is turning into a furnace rather quickly.
This is what all my Viking scented candles smell like.
Death.
With a hint of bear hair.
That's right.
It's called
We
Raise.
call it Northwest Musk.
Oh.
You hear Blanca start to call out in that language she uses to summon odd things happening. She coughs in the middle, trying to force out the language. She looks up at you, her eyes get big, like, I don't know if I can do this for much longer. And
Do it!
she grabs some of the debris just outside the door. You see her toss it at one of the shadows nearby you, one of those that's already injured. Let's have some dice here.
Definitely picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah. You like gladiator movies, Billy?
Man, I feel like I need a pipe or something.
You ever been to a Turkish prison?
Why don't you stop at a bookstore or read some poetry? Because
Right.
I don't have my cardigan.
I'll
Ode
send
to
you
fire.
a telegram, let you know how it all worked out.
Bjorn, you watch as the debris from the doorway to the adjacent room or the surrounding room comes flying in, strikes one of these shadows that you've already hit, and it dissipates, swirling in with the smoke around you. Visibility is quickly narrowing here as you look. You can see the walls inside this room, but beyond the door, you can't make out much else. She spends her last action climbing to her feet.
Good,
Bjorn,
Impy. Good, keep it up. And
You
I'm
see
going
her-
to.
you see her holding her breath.
Is this going to be a fortitude thing?
It's related to that, yes.
Awesome.
Just don't breathe.
Yeah. I'll breathe through
just-
my beard like a mask.
Just so that you understand the mechanics, you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay.
There are things that you do that will cut into that. You reduce your remaining air by 1 round at the end of each of your turns, or by 2 if you attacked or cast at any point during the turn.
Oh, well, that's different. Makes sense.
You also lose 1 round worth of air each time you are critically hit or critically fail to save against a damaging effect. If you speak, including casting with verbal components or activating items with a command component, you lose all remaining air.
Oh, goodness.
So that's the last I'm going to say to her, unless we die, and then I'll have a whole lot to say. Bjorn's not going to hold his breath until he absolutely has to. And he is going to lay into the wounded one with the axe.
Okay.
$30.
That's a hit and you can't crit it. It's just a hit.
Wait 1 second, though. Can he still call it a crit or a critical hit if it's a cleave action?
Oh, to go through.
I think if it actually, I have to read the wording on
You need to up
cleave.
your gate, Ken. You have a software for your mic. You need
So
to up
it's
your gate.
it's brutality. I become an expert in the weapon, and a critical with that weapon means the adjacent target within 5 feet takes the damage as well.
Okay.
I think for purposes of the weapon effect, we will apply the critical effect as it moves to another creature. You just don't get the double damage that's associated with that portion of
Got
it.
it. Cool.
Whew. Okay.
Because the crit is more of the axe, not so much what it's doing to the
Right.
creature. All right. Do you want them rolled individually or together
How does the
and
skill
applied
work?
to both? It just says the damage carries to the next subject, to the next
Roll
game.
once and we'll apply it equally.
Okay. $19, $20, $21.
That is a hit, but just barely.
Well, that's my damage
Oh, gotcha. 21
to each.
to each.
Mike, what did you say? Up my gate?
Oh yeah, your microphone is very sensitive.
Oh, before it's been really quiet, so now it's really sensitive?
Yeah.
Well, it's good sounding, but it's
No,
also
he said
sensitive.
Robin was really sensitive.
It's
Our
probably
microphone's fine.
uncircumcised. I hear that helps.
I don't know if you have software installed for your microphone, but if you do, there might be a gate setting in there.
No, I'm trying with preferences to see where my sensitivity level is.
Bjorn, you swing the axe, catching the first shadow, watching it tear like a curtain. It does not shred or collapse, but you've done significant damage to it. Perhaps even just a tap with the butt end of the axe would finish that one. The continuation of your strike hits the other and damages it to at least 50%.
Okay, I'm going to, my second swing, I'm going to reverse the axe and come at the healthy one first.
Yep.
11 plus 29.
Hit, not a crit.
Okay.
Did you add the plus one in for being sweep?
It's not sweep. It's under brutality.
Your axe probably is sweep on it, though.
That's possible. It does have sweep. That's a +1?
Yes, if you attack a... hold on, let me remember exactly how sweep works.
Because I will take a +1 if I can get it. And striking runes only increase damage, correct?
So you have a +1 potency rune on there in order to put the striking rune on there. So the potency rune increases your to hit, and the striking rune increases the damage. So how sweep works is if there are two creatures next to each other, if on your second attack you attack the other one, then your primary attack, you get a +1 to hit the secondary creature. So it's like you're continuing your blow.
Sweep carries through.
Oh, you're swinging one way and then swinging back the other.
Yeah,
Interesting.
basically. So if you have an axe and it has sweep on it, since you're attacking the healthy guy that you didn't primarily attack, you have a +1 to hit.
That is.
And you said there's a
bonkers.
+1 potency to be able to put the striking on it?
Yeah.
All right, so then that was a 31.
Then you're going to get another sweep crit result.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my second attack. I got to back off 5.
Not so much then. Strike at the less injured one, and that's where your attack will end.
And that is a 28.
Damage, 28.
Yes, sir.
You turn it into ash along with the smoke around you. Your throat is significantly starting to burn. You're not holding your breath, correct?
Correct. And this is all during my 3 actions. Third action, I'm going to swing the axe again, overhand, see if I can cleave the one that's in tatters.
Okay.
10 is a 25.
25 is a hit.
Ooh.
Dude. Okay.
Clean.
He's earning his
house.
narration privileges.
Yeah.
Is it maybe the last narrating he does, especially with rolls like that? 4, 8, 13 points. Please go away.
It goes away.
Yes.
Nice clearance.
Oof.
That was the thing that I was hoping for. That out the gate, Bjorn would crit. Sweep.
Yeah, and it's only because I got a decent roll. It wasn't a 20, but
That is good.
their armor class is what, a 20?
Yeah.
Because I was critting on a 30.
Yep.
No, that's
Glass-
not too bad. It's when these guys have a 28, 29 armor class, forget it.
Yeah.
They're just summoned evil.
There's just a lot of them.
There's no just with these things. They hurt me.
Yeah.
They hurt me.
And you're like hanging out at a bus stop looking for off-duty sailors. I don't know. You don't even get to comment, Danny.
Hey, if you can comment on stuff that you weren't at, I can comment.
Listen, he just knows this is a
Three-tender
lost cause.
pretzel.
He's got his thumb out. He'll take a
Yeah.
ride anywhere. and he'll do anything to get it.
Standing at a bus bench with one pants leg rolled up to me.
Cornell, the shadowy figures next to you were in close proximity to begin with. One is in striking distance. The other one will have to move to you. The closest one extends a shadowy hand, striking at you. Let's see how well he fares. Oh, shit. That is strong, too. That's a crit. Sorry for the raw greeting.
Oh, that's okay.
Is it?
We're gonna find out.
Crit comes with a special feature called Soul Steal, and
Well, that wasn't great damage. 11, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And as it moves through you, it feels like it doesn't really hit your flesh. It feels like it's tearing at your soul.
Oh.
It's
Fortunately, there's not much left.
It's a cold strike. See, he was the one already on you. I need. No, don't worry about that yet. Second strike. I don't think that's going to cut it. That's a 21.
That will not.
And with its final action, no need to move away. You're already in sights. We'll do a Hail Mary. That's a miss. The one that was at range closes in and flanks and begins to strike as well. 21.
Nope.
Second attack is a miss. You are flanked on either side. That's the end of that. You hear on the platform above you what sounds like a dog barking.
Uh-oh. It's doggy time.
Okay, he does that. Robin.
Quick check. Not volume at 90%. Less sensitive is okay.
Roll your dice.
Oh,
That's what was triggering it before. That's better, but it's still.
we can hear every
well.
dice roll.
The main thing is what I should have done. I'm sorry. I should have hit the mute here and done my practice warm up rolls. You know what I mean? That's what I should
Oh
have.
yeah. You're good. It was more of just like if you had that setting, set it. But if you don't, it's fine. We'll work with you.
It's different. Thank you.
I love that mug.
Stay away. Hey, population growth. Okay, so we have a 40-foot expanse, and option 1 is Spider-Man. I left the web, so I don't have that as an option. Or I can kind of like do the obstacle course scaly across. That's what I'm going to go for.
All right.
That ultimate. Oh my gosh.
DC 26.
Of acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics, I think you can choose.
I heard acrobatics. I'm good with that. Literally just hit 26 on the nose, so that was a little close.
Okay. You scamper across the rooftop. The tiles seem to hold. You occasionally use the gutter as a foothold. It's those heavy copper gutters, so it feels fairly secure. Your movement's 30.
It is.
Okay. You are close to the approaching building. You can see smoke coming out of a window of one floor down. Is that true? It's kind of a...
Yeah, I'm picturing myself coming across at the...
Yeah, you are. I'm sorry, I got this slightly off.
So I'm guessing that regardless, Banny's going to have to touch the rooftops. Unless he does a Cornell. Son of a bitch.
There are dormers on the roof level that you're approaching, and you can see smoke pouring out through closed windows. You do see occasional sparks of brightness coming out from the house proper. This place is quickly turning into a bonfire. We've got 2 actions left.
And so if I'm at a window, I'm going to
So
try.
you still have 10 more feet to finish crossing the gap between.
That's going to eat up. That'll eat up the second action. I got 30 feet of movement. I'm just going to get to the closest window then.
You can round the corner. Let me look at my map here.
Yeah, my mental image is totally not the mind's eye you're at. I don't know. I'm picturing this wrong.
It's a big kind of reverse. I mean, the building's kind of a reverse C shape. So
Okay.
you're making your way around. Let's see, you're going to have another 30. So if you go 10 feet, 20.
Sorry.
You can round the corner on the roof to get above the window that enters onto the 5th floor, or you could try going through a dormer on the roof on the 6th floor.
Distance? Just
Yeah,
quick estimate.
Equidistant.
Uh,
So it's just a
equidistant.
choice.
Could I add? Bjorn actually left a window open. Does he see that window?
Do I
Yeah,
see?
smoke is pouring out of that window, which makes it uninviting. You also see hot orange and red flames flickering across burning furniture and stuff inside.
This is really a nightmare.
All those books. All those books.
So the dormer has like a closed up window or what?
Yeah, you can see smoke pushing through, regardless of the state of it being closed. There's a heavy volume of smoke inside.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's Bjorn's window is even lower. I mean, smoke rises. I know that much.
Yeah.
When I tried to burn the orphanage down. So we'll just go to the same window that Bjorn went in like an idiot, and I'll just be an idiot too.
Okay, you move to the section above that, slide down using the gutter as a rest, and you can put a toe on the windowsill. Your legs are hot just as you set in there. It's not burning you, but you feel the warmth of the
It's
window.
really that close. So like looking inside is like just fire.
You see just a wall of fire.
Ah.
There is a table and a chair close to you. You see that the covering of the chair is melting back. It looks like it was leather, and it's just kind of retreating as much as it can from the heat.
And I don't see either of them. I don't see Bjorn's big frame or anything.
No, just a wall of light that is flickering and jumping.
I'm calling out to Bjorn.
Nope.
No responsey.
Position here, Robin. Yeah, you know how when you get too close to a fire pit and you're like, ow, 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 I need to back up.
Right. That's my
what
reason.
it's like to put a toe on that windowsill.
Right. Closest window. I mean, like, can I possibly?
There's another window, another 20. Well, we'll call it 15 feet to your left. It looks like the last window before the building ends.
I'm gonna try that one.
That one's all right. We'll get
I
to
don't
you
know until I
next.
go. Sorry.
We'll get to you next round.
Okay.
Fire.
Nice effect, Eric.
It's the fireplace. Oh my God! It's gonna blow up.
Oh, it's more than effect.
When you light your house on fire for
That's Danny standing out at a burn barrel with a quartet singing out on
Oh,
the street,
he's got a horrible voice. You don't want to hear
doing
that.
some doo-wop.
He just bangs on the barrel every so often.
All right. And Cornell, you see the smoke from the section above you pushing down into your chamber right now. It's just kind of lofting and billowing. You can tell that whatever ventilation system this building has is aiding its progress as it moves through, and it's just starting to gather near the ceiling. And we'll get to you in a moment. Banny.
Okay, so I've progressed out to the street at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm holstering the bighorn, and I am going to. I watched Cornell pick a path up the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult is it?
You look at the facade of it, and it's got those stone blocks with the natural little depressions in between them. There's a rain gutter that runs the full height of the building that looks like it could aid you in that, but then you'd have to go up on the side and then shimmy across to a window, or you could just climb the face of it. That might be a little harder.
I am going to attempt one or the other. I mean, because if I get to the top, it's like 10 feet, and if I drop, I fall 10 feet. So I'm going to just grapple it and start going. However it takes, whatever it takes.
Climb check.
Climb check. Oh, 26. See, I would have made it across the rooftop.
Okay, you vault out of the hotel, cross the distance, and get to the face and start up, but just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
I was
Cornell.
out of the room getting a beard when it was the bad guy's turn. Did I miss anything of significance?
Nothing affecting you.
Okay.
Didn't Bjorn yell something on his turn, or am I misremembering that?
Robin did.
Yeah.
Robin did.
Perception. Actually, everybody give me a perception.
26.
28.
28.
All right. Cornell, you hear conversations, or at least some brief, stilted conversations happening above you. It sounds like Bjorn and Blanca, very terse. Beyond that, you hear the flicker of flames, not much else.
Okay. So I do know that they are the floor above me. Are these two shadows blocking my way up these stairs, or are they just flanking me on the stairwell?
They're flanking you on the stairwell. One is slightly up from you, one is slightly down. You're not sure if they can grab you if you run past or not.
I bet they can't. Pretty positive they can't. So,
okay.
Who heard of shadows grabbing anybody before? I'm gonna try and get past the one that's a little bit above me.
Okay.
I don't like being stuck in between them, so I will move up the stairs for one action.
Okay, you get into the 4th floor area.
What do I see up there as I crest that
floor? Looks like the room outside the stairwell is a little larger than the floor below it. Well, let's see, you came from the 3rd floor. Let's see, you had a landing down there. It looked like a bunch of buckets and barrels up by the windows, table with some jigsaws on it, and a linen closet. As you get to the next floor, you look around you and you see there's an armchair, a couple of tables. There's a whole stack of shoe boxes spilled over, a couple of workbenches, 2 windows that face the back of the building. It looks like there's an angled door to the northeast of you that goes into another chamber, and a door that's almost facing you immediately to your left, which would be the east side of the room.
But there's no sign of Bjorn or Blanca.
No, you hear the creak of weight above you on the iron stairs. That could only be Bjorn.
I'm doing Jenny Craig, but
it only goes so far.
Yeah.
Do I still have line of sight of the top shadow on the stairwell?
Looking down, yes. Around you, as you move up into here, your visibility drops to about 10 feet, which means those doors were fairly visible because they were all kind of within that distance from you. Something you notice is that there's kind of a dark spot in the hazy gray smoke that's up here, looking noiseless, but it takes form in front of you as you move up. You recognize it's another shadow. This one looks broader and taller than the two you just left.
I'm gonna shoot it once and then run up the next flight of stairs.
It's the holy shit! Boom.
Holy shit! I don't want to be next to you. That's probably gonna miss 22.
You fire, the bullet disappears into the smoke. You don't.
I don't even wait to see what happens. Fire, turn and run up the next flight of stairs.
All right, you pound up the stairs. At this point, the smoke is stinging your lungs. If you don't hold your breath, I'm going to assess damage.
As I crest and it starts to get smoky, I call out, Bjorn, Blanca! Take a deep breath.
Yeah. Take a deep lungful.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, breath.
You ever smoked Turkish tobacco?
Only in a Turkish prison.
With your last action, you crest up into the area where Blanca and Bjorn are. You see the two of them standing in close proximity to each other. No corpses, no bodies, nothing like that. The door in this smaller compartment looks like it opens to the east. Outside that eastern door, you see bright orange kicking in from that direction. You can barely make these two out as you come up into here with your breath held. Your eyes are stinging. Blanca turns to. Oh, you guys don't speak sign. Damn it. She taps her nose at Bjorn. As you come into the room, Cornell, what was your perception, Bjorn? A 26?
28.
28. You smell a medicine-y smell along with the choking smoke fire. Blanca looks at you and taps her nose and points through the doorway.
So there's two doorways. There's the one that we came through that has the wall of fire behind it.
That's the only doorway.
That's the only doorway?
You can go up or down or through the door. Let me give you a little.
Because I thought it was a 5-story building and we were on the 5th floor.
You are on the 5th floor. You came in through the window, ran through the wall of fire, and then in through a door that is the stairwell. There's a 5-foot walkway that goes all the way around it, but it's square, and the stairwell is round.
Yep.
That's that. When you went through the door, that's the door I'm speaking of. So back through that door is the encroaching fire.
Can I go back through the door without going through the wall of fire?
You cast a glance through there and see the fire has caught up to the edge of it. There is a narrow gap that you could slide through. You'd have to head towards the front of the building to escape running straight into the fire.
And she pointed that direction?
She just pointed that direction and tapped her nose.
All right.
You smell the medicine, you know what it means.
I do?
Middle welcome.
Oh, fuckers. All right. Charge through the door. Do I see anything other than the fire? Do I see any open portals?
You charge through the door to your right. That wall of fire is very close. Your arm hair singes as you make your way through. You see off to your left, there are a couple of packed boxes. In the northeast corner of the room is a cushioned chair sitting right next to a window. To the left of that is a specimen case that looks like it holds different animal skulls. There might be something that looks kind of human in there. Maybe this is part of Bjorn's collection. There's a narrow walkway next to the specimen case, and you can see near the floor level what looks like a heater grate, which matches the one by the chair. You're guessing there's another window in the vicinity over there. You don't see any people. It looks like papers on the boxes next to you are starting to curl and blacken. The boxes themselves have not yet immolated.
There's a safe path past the fire.
Yes, you can move north towards the front facade of the building, looking back down towards the street.
All right, I'll continue with my move in that direction.
You get alongside the couch. You still have 2 actions left, or not the couch, the little stuffed chair. You're standing in front of one side of the specimen case. To your left, there's an opening. The smoke's making it really hard to see as you kind of crouch and get low to increase the visibility the best you can. It's closing off in here fast. You can see that the light coming into the windows really helps you know where those are.
I am holding my breath. I've got 9 rounds of that. So this will be my first. I don't perceive anybody else in here.
No.
You said there was another opening?
There's from this position, you can see light streaming through the smoke, which tells you there's another window further to your left. You could get there easily.
I'll head that direction.
You move past the specimen case. Off to your left, you see a large wall of electronic equipment, knobs, dials, gauges. At this distance, it looks like radio equipment. You see that there's like a phone receiver just hanging on the panel. You've seen this before in kind of military installations. This is the first time you've seen it in a residential space. You get between the radio wall and the next window, and you see the edge of a table coming into shape in front of you. It looks like there's more radio equipment on there as well. Some papers there. Looks like the room extends beyond that, and there might be a third window. You've got 1 more action.
Pull a frag grenade.
Okay. Blanca, guess we'll follow you. You are the whole while you're doing this, you can hear the skiff and pitter patter of Blanca as she follows you.
I don't know why she's following me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
And she's
Running
thinking in
around
her
the
head,
burning house.
Bjorn has an idea. I'm going to follow him.
Yeah. His ideas are always safe.
You're in the same space as them, or were, Cornell. They don't seem to like you much.
They didn't see me, though, is what you said. Bjorn asked if he saw anyone else besides Blanca,
Oh,
and you said no. So I thought there was something going on there.
you're there. Sorry, I was talking enemies.
So Bjorn did see Cornell in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I see the map with the little arrow that says invisible bad guy?
Yeah.
3 feet.
Just asking.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. I'm going to say no this time.
Okay. I'll ask later.
Let's see. Where are we?
It's not that they're invisible. It's just that you can't see them. Totally different.
Work on that one.
Yeah, she got lucky. Bjorn, you hear a bit of a squeal behind you as Blanca attempts to keep her breath held in as she is surprised by an attack from behind. Somehow they missed her. Cornell, you, as you come up into the room, see one of these smaller shadowy things like you saw or you left on the lower level depart the room into an open door that seems to be glowing bright orange. There are two, oh wait, nope, they're gone, they're gone. Sorry, retcon. The one big shadow that you ran past moves up the stairwell and past you into that open space and then out of line of sight.
Nobody likes you, not even the monsters.
I'm just gonna stay in this building as it goes up in fire because that's probably best for everybody involved.
Okay, he does that. Robin,
Me?
you are outside the open window, heat waves washing across your body.
I moved actually to the corner window.
Not
Which
yet.
is
You didn't have enough actions.
Oh,
Give me a climb check to move down one.
athletics A,
Yes.
22.
You slowly make your way across the opening. That's 10 feet. You get down to the next window. You can see the window is closed, but you see that smoke is pressed up against the inside glass, and the lead that is holding the pieces parts together looks like it's starting to slough in place. You think better than even touching that window. That'll probably burn your hand just to
So there's burning orange brightness right there too.
yeah, it looks like there were some wooden shutters on the inside for privacy. Those are in flames.
Okay, I'm going to hoist myself up and
crack and splinter.
Damn it. Okay. Shit. I'm going to hoist myself up and go to the
Go to the roof.
The roof element. That's probably going to be 2 actions to get to it.
Roll a climb check again.
That's true. Maybe not even make it. Who knows? 25.
25. You get enough of a purchase on the windowsill. You reach up and grab the gutter. You pull yourself up with an action. You got 1 left.
So I'm looking for that roof window. Sorry, I forgot the word. Vocabulary fail.
The dormer?
Yes.
Okay.
Move towards it and probably be halted there when I get to it.
Yes, you're scrambling up the roof line towards the window. You see that there's plenty of smoke there, but you don't see that dreaded orange glow
yet.
Fire.
Can't just move through that, right? It's got like this glass stuff in the way.
Yeah, that tends to slow a lot of people's progress.
Typically.
I'm
just Mary Poppins up here on the roof, or whoever her associate was with the roof chimney.
Oh,
Mary Poppins, y'all.
No, That was a great scene.
All right, so everybody has repositioned. Cornell's there. Gotcha. Banny,
Do I get to the first,
you're
the
on deck.
first window?
You're bridging on that first window to the second floor.
I have the ability to kind of hang out and look inside just before I climb in.
Yeah, you pull yourself into position. Perception.
29.
29. You look inside from that vantage point. Second floor. Looks like you're looking into a landing area with a spiral staircase, maybe 10, 12 feet in front of you. Off to your right, you can see bookshelves. Similarly, off to your left, looks like there's doors exiting the east and west. The only other way out of this room. Doesn't look like the room you're looking into is the full depth of the building. It stops just after the stairwell.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else?
That's all you see in there.
Okay. I swing myself inside. Do I hear anything besides either calling out or steps or anything like that while I climb in?
You hear that campfire crackling sound coming from the chimney of the stairwell.
Fact is that I have no idea where everybody is except for the fact that I assume they're all upstairs. Dying. Dying horribly.
I'm horribly dying, yes.
Horribly dying. So I'll climb up inside. I will run to the stairway and hold my hand out as I move up the stairs. I'm gonna pull the bighorn out before I move forward. So it'll be
all right. So you step inside and pull the bighorn. That will put you just inside the window.
okay.
You've got 10 feet before you get to the central spiral staircase. You see that there are particulates in the air here. You can feel a lot of wind flow. It looks like the draft is drawing upwards. You see it's behaving really strangely near the spiral staircase. You're not sure what's causing it to bend and the smoke to bend and move. There's not a lot of smoke here. It's just kind of air particulates. But there's something off about that stairwell.
I followed Cornell. Does that put me in a different place than what I'm expecting?
Cornell, you came in on the third floor, right?
Oh,
I came in on the second floor and climbed on top of the invisible force wall.
okay.
So yeah, you followed him in. You're just not. You don't know what's there. He did.
Okay. I see weird things and I recognize them, but I recognize that I don't know what it is. Okay.
Yes. All right, Banny is there.
It's round
Cornell.
2, Bjorn.
What's that?
It's round 2, Bjorn. I'm in the building now, at least.
I thought that was round 3.
No, that's round 2.
The over-under was 3 rounds before entering combat, so you're still on the under.
I'm still on the under.
That's right. I went with 5. I took the 8 was the long shot, so I kind of landed in the middle.
Yeah, that one paid 5 to 1.
Put it towards Bjorn's funeral expenses.
In lieu of flowers.
Cornell, your turn. Bjorn, you're on deck.
Okay, so I just saw Bjorn and Blanca run through the open door.
Uh-huh. Holding your breath still?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, you saw them retreat from the room as you came up into it, running past the hot fire towards the front of the house.
And then the shadow creature followed them in?
Well, you came When you came into the space and saw it, it was moving up. You ran past it. It ran past you to pursue them.
So did it go through the door following them?
Yes. And disappeared from your line of sight.
Can I take a free action that I forgot to take?
If it's free.
I am going to respond to my message, knowing how they work, that they need to get fire trucks on site ASAP and help us defeat your enemy.
Okay.
Oh, the hag put that on you. That message spell.
Yeah. Meant to do it last turn, but 6 seconds is 6 seconds.
You wasted your one phone call on the seaway.
We're sorry. The hag you tried to reach is not available.
Oh, she's always available.
So Cornell, you're high enough into the room now. You're surrounded in smoke. You can only see 5 feet clearly beyond that. It's just hazy light and dark. A lot of light just off to your right, though.
Mm-hmm,
If you like orange.
I do like orange, but
70s were unkind.
okay. I am going to follow the circus through that door. Just join the parade.
There, just through the threshold, you see that there are a number of what look like crates. Once had just papers or something stacked on them. They're in full fire mode. You can't go directly into the room. You're going to have to scale those crates to your left and just use that little sliver where you can kind of see north. Give me an athletics check, DC 22.
Yeah, 37. So that's a crit.
You step over the crates, using one to drop down. As you land again on thick hardwood floors, you're staring into what looks like some kind of a strange specimen case. Off to your left, let's see.
Is there anything in that specimen case? Is it
skulls, bones? Looks like some instrumentation used for extractions. It all looks more academic than recent.
Does it look like it's supposed to be here, or has it been put here recently?
This looks like it's been here a long time.
Okay.
Kind of we'll call it a trophy case / experiment storage.
Mm-hmm.
As you're looking at that, the light and dark around you, you catch movement off to your left. You can hear this shuffling of feet. You hear Bjorn's heavy footfalls and the slippery, slidey movements of Blanca as she's in near proximity. As you go to head that direction, a large shadow blocks your path. You have an action or 2 actions remaining.
Shooting a gun is a good way to let people know that there's something behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I get to shoot the guy.
Just don't shoot through it.
You may want to
check
you recognize your friendlies are on the other side of this.
Downrange.
Your background. Check your background.
Just don't miss. Right?
Well, even if you did.
Am I still up on these crates, though?
No, you cleared the crates and are back on hardwood floor.
Okay.
You've got about a 3-foot width between the specimen case, the boxes, and the wall ahead of you on your left.
Bjorn and Blanca are directly in front of me, and it is directly in the path.
It is between you and them. You actually can make out the hazy outline of Blanca on the other side of this shadow.
You described it as being taller and bigger than the other ones.
Yes.
I will try and shoot it in the head then, which is higher up, so that if I do miss...
You'll only hit Bjorn in the head.
Exactly.
Acceptable losses.
Yeah, he's got a thick skull.
We've already tested that theory.
Okay.
Yes.
That is the game plan then.
The fire behind you feels fairly aggressive. You don't want to stand here for much longer. Taking one shot is reasonable, but you feel like you want to move past this thing if you possibly can. The fire is leaping from boxes to other things, and if you stand here at the end of your round, it will be on you.
The fire will?
Yep.
Okay. 25 to hit.
25 to hit is, I think, what you hit.
That's good rolls. Plus 4. 15 damage.
15 damage. You put a shot into this thing, and you watch the eddies of it curl out as most of the kinetic energy goes through it. You see it tear bits of the fabric of this thing out as it moves through. You're not sure how much of it's hurting it, but it did react to your shot, and you're pretty sure it took damage.
And then I will try and just dash through it. I mean, it pretty much ran through me before, and it doesn't seem totally substantial. So I'm going to get out of where this fire's coming.
You move through it. It doesn't. You pass through it. It doesn't stop you in any way. You come across Blanca. You see her. She had her arm up in reaction to blocking a strike. You come up on her, and her eyes get big. Her mouth is pinned closed, and she just acknowledges you.
And make sure to point back at the reappearing shadow creature that I just ran through, and make
Well,
sure
her eyes dart from you to that dark shape behind her. She's very aware of it.
And I assume Bjorn
Bjorn's
does a
right in
check
front of you.
at the gunshot.
Yeah. You move up alongside Blanca and next to Bjorn. Bjorn is standing next to a large window that's probably 6 feet tall and about 2 feet off the floor. You see light coming in. This is a window facing the street where the entrance is. There's enough smoke in here that it just stings your eyes to look out. Both of you are tearing and it's running down your faces, but you can make out the street below and the architecture across the street. That's where you end your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Bjorn. Cornell sidles up next to you after firing a single shot.
Blanca goes before I do.
She held her action before, and she's after you now.
Okay. I'm going to look at Cornell and Blanca, and without speaking, I'm going to point to the two of them, point to the window, and then point up, and then go into the attack on the hefty shadow with the axe. Okay,
so you indicate to them. They can make whatever choices they want. You can 5-foot step back and attack. Is that what you want to do?
That's correct.
Okay. You fall back and engage.
37.
That is a hit. And any critical effects that you might apply that don't have anything to do with damage will apply, but this thing cannot be damaged in that way.
Is the invisible blood prince standing next to him?
Not today.
Just checking. Just checking.
For a friend.
For a friend. Snibble. 12 plus 7, 9. 21 from the first blow.
Damage. Okay.
Yes.
You feel you're using what, your axe?
Yeah.
You pass through this shadowy thing. You feel it. Almost, you imagine like what really thick spider webs would feel like. You're just tearing through this stuff. You can feel that there are fibers separating in this thing, but you're not able to apply all the force you imagine to this thing as you strike at it.
Yeah, if that had, I would know from the strikes, if that had been a man, he'd probably be missing from the hips down with that hit.
Yeah, this thing seems barely affected.
Swing second time at it.
Okay.
Curses dice. 15. 34 minus 5 is 29.
29 is a hit.
Six, 20.
Damage.
Damage 20.
When in doubt, damage it out.
That felt a little bit more like you got a better piece of it, but you still feel like you're just shredding it curtains and not getting that full impact that seems so rewarding to you.
Well, I'm going to try to hit it a third time.
Roll it.
That's probably not going to do it. 25. 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. And that's my round.
Blanca holding her breath still. That's a miss. This is very inconvenient to a caster.
And that's my round.
Blanca.
Hopefully the Blood Prince is just as inconvenienced as she is.
That's a miss. This is very inconvenient to a caster.
And that's my round. Oh, and you said every time, every round of attack, hopefully the blood, I lose a round of breath. Is that right?
Minus 2. Minus 2
Minus
when
2.
you attack. Yeah. I
Yeah,
wrote that
so you lose 1 round worth of air each time you are. Let's see. Reduce
minus
the
2
remaining air.
attacking. Is that per attack, or is that if you are attacking in your round?
Reduce your remaining air by 1 per round at the end of each of your turns, or by 2 if you attacked or cast during that turn.
Okay. I just want to make sure I've got an accurate count of my breath and my rage. I've only got 4 more rounds of rage left. Then I'm all raged out.
Blanca opens the sash. The fire seems to excite with the introduction of more oxygen and flares across both sides of the room. I don't climb, do I? I'm not terrible. Okay, let's swing out and give it a go.
I actually triggered a fire alarm, so I decided I needed to stop.
You really did?
Well, when it's
sorry, go ahead.
Well, when it's this hot, the alcohol evaporates really fast, and it just rises above, and so it's like much taller. So it's I'm gonna just let that sit for a bit. What were you saying?
I was just gonna assume you were gonna burn down your house as soon as I saw you pull out that jug and you were playing with it. I assumed it was some sort of alcohol or something. Yeah, like he's gonna be out of here in 10 minutes. We're gonna see firemen come in.
Yeah, soon.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's immersive role playing.
Yeah, he gives his all for the art.
Give it. You see. And I'm not even in the fire right now. I'm just getting to it. I just really wanted to feel it.
Is that chemical that you showed us, the stuff you use to cook meth in your bathtub?
Yeah. My bathtub's really resilient. Actually, my bathtub is a shower. So it's shower gin. It's not bathtub gin.
Good to know. Good to know.
The shadow in front of you, Bjorn, seems to fill all of the space before you. You also notice that it's moving forward towards you just slightly. You're not sure if it's an aggression or its own need to escape the encroaching fire behind it. It lashes out at you with one of its tendril-like arms. Oh boy. Is a 36 hit?
Yeah, it hits me.
Not a
It's
crit,
not a
though,
crit.
right?
Nope.
Okay.
Getting it closer.
Yeah.
Fine. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Second strike. Might hit again. 29.
That's with its -5?
Yep.
Fucker. Yeah, that hits.
Come on, Keith, find your dice. It's not that hard. You just rolled them. There they are. Ouch. That hurt. 9, 15, 22.
And I can't use a hero point to re-roll his dice.
No.
Alrighty. 22?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fuck.
Alrighty.
Is Bjorn still on his feet?
He is.
Until he drops out of rage.
No, I already used up all the rage hit points. We're just into the meat.
Let's jump to another point of view here. Robin, it's not your turn, but I want you to roll perception.
Okay. But it's not my turn.
But it's not your turn.
27.
27. You smell a medicine-y kind of smell blowing on the wind as you stand up here on the roof, prepared to go in through the dormer window. A moment later, would you say at 27?
Yeah.
Let's jump to another point of view here. Robin,
My mind immediately goes to
It's not your
those
turn.
teleporter tick, 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 tick things. But I know that goes to the middle welcome.
your sharp eye puts you in a position where you notice him and are not flat-footed, but you see a man standing above the dormer window. Looks like he's holding some kind of a megaphone in one hand and a staff in the other. He depresses a little switch on the megaphone and tells you to jump.
Ooh.
Save.
In the will sense?
Where
Or
is
do you mean
the-
it like in the
Where is
And-
this guy?
up on the roof?
At least I sent Blanca and Cornell in the right direction.
Oh, 30.
30. All right. Let's see what that does for you.
Let's see what that does.
30 would be
You don't feel like jumping, but maybe just dropping. Thank you, honey.
okay.
Nice curtsy.
You feel yourself resisting the urge to absolutely obey without question, but you must spend the first action of your turn performing that to the best of your ability.
To jump?
Yep.
Okay. Can I just jump in place?
That's up to your interpretation, I suppose. You see him with the other hand tip his staff your direction, and you might want to save again.
He's gonna make me dance. He's gonna make me dance.
Let's do the dance.
Please give me an evasion potential.
All right, we'll just drop that in, please. You don't feel anything. Nothing happens to you directly. The perception one more time.
Oh, damn, I'm wasting all these really good rolls at this moment. But anyway, okay, 33.
The air between you and him seems to flicker for just a moment. You can't really tell what happened, but something has changed.
I'm going to imagine that.
Got one more action.
Shield.
Do that. You see from the edge of his end of his staff, little tiny triangular shaped lights emerge, come shooting out. They fly erratically up towards the sky and then come down and strike you.
Or do they?
They don't miss.
Those are 3 actions. That's horrible. Horrible.
$14 points of damage.
Well, it was nice seeing you all. Oh, wait, I didn't get to see you. No, I'm still up. Okay, and so I jumped as if I could get out of the way and reflex. Then recognizing like I just blacked out and I just did that, I curse, hunt prey, and I'm going to do a hunted shot on him.
So you spend your first action jumping in place?
No choice. Right. Well, jumping slightly forward.
You jump on the roof. Athletics, please.
Right? Oh, of course. Not for my attack, but for something as worthless as this, I get my natch. Great. I jump beautifully.
She pirouettes, keeps her footing.
But I'm slightly forward now, so I have more of a shot.
Getting her natch. I just can't picture her not walking out of a European wax center.
A European what?
Snatch? Wait.
Keep going, Robin.
Okay, sure. Hunt prey and take my hunted shot, declaring doom with last light, because this is a bastard. And of course, now I've got a whopping 6 on my first, but at least it's plus 8. 6 on my first, plus 18, 24 attempt to hit.
You fire.
Yeah.
You don't see it strike. You're
wasted my natch on the jump, and the second just went off on the concourse.
2 shots from your pistol.
Right. The first one was a total miss, what you just said. And then the second was going to be 12 minus 5 plus 18 is 25.
That's the same.
You fire twice. You don't see him react at all. You've got a really long shadow cast across this building because the sun's pretty low on the horizon. You're probably an hour from sunset, maybe an hour and a half at best. Those shadows are playing tricks on you. You didn't really see where your bullets went. You're pretty sure you weren't like super on target, but something seemed not right about it.
I want to die at dusk, which will happen now. That's good. I'm out of actions.
All right. Fire continues to consume. Specimen case catches fire. That's that. Banny.
I am going to stomp up the center. I'm going to keep an eye out since I see smoke starting to hover down from the top. I'm going to look for...
Let's see, we left you at the window, so you're on the second floor.
Do I see smoke? I've seen the fire, at least.
You smell fire at this point. The particulates tell you that there's a fire up above. You can hear the crackle and sizzle. That central common stairwell that spirals the whole building is acting like a chimney and starting to draw it down, giving it plenty of room to breathe.
I'm going to start moving up the stairs, but I'm looking for bathrooms. I'm looking for plumbing. I'm looking for something that I might be able to do some work with.
Okay, you cross the room. You see as you cross the room, off to your right there's a door, off to your left is a door. They are both closed. This looks like maybe a reading room or a small library that you're in. You go up.
Yep, going up.
You get up to the next floor landing. If I can move you in the right way without stretching your features. You arrive on the third floor landing. There's a little bit of room around the stairwell at this level. As you come up, you look back towards the front of the building. It looks like there's a bunch of barrels and buckets stacked underneath the windows. Can't really make out any of the labels on there. There are 3 doors that exit this room, one to the east, one to the west, and one to the south. You also see that there's a protrusion into the room. Looks like it might be from a closet from an adjoining room. Perception.
That is a 25.
25. You see as you stomp up the stairwell that there's pretty good light coming through the front windows here. It's hazy. There's motes of smoke and whatnot floating about. But you see that there are 2 sections inside the stairwell where the shadows don't fall right, and they move and animate like humans. They're just above you, and looks like they've noticed you as you come up.
I'm going to glance at them and realize they're in my way, and look back towards those barrels and the buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Can I perceive what they say in, the gloom or whatever else?
You want to spend an action to get that information?
I'm going to walk up to them if that's the case. I'm going to jump over the rail and move quickly in that direction. And I've already got the rifle in my hands. I'm probably going to get close to those barrels and then turn around and get ready to fire.
It looks like as you get closer, the labels read acid. The kind of acid that you use there is often used for cleaning specimens for archaeological purposes or by mafia dons to take care of bodies.
And a wooden bucket next to it? That's tenuous. Oh boy, this is a bad place.
There are 2 windows facing the street from this room. Again, 3 exits through the doors. The shadows look intent on pursuing you. You've got 1 action left.
Okay, I am going to... I'm going to level a shot off at the first one that's up, that's coming down. There's no point in hunt praying at this point because I'll do more damage just if I hit. That is a 23.
23 hits.
That one and that one. Come on, lucky 11s. Got a lucky 10. That's a 12? Hit for 12.
You shoot it. Feels like you're shooting through a target. You do see that it does take some damage, but maybe not enough for your tastes.
Do I get the sense? Did it seem like it went all the way through? Can I line up shots against these guys in sequence?
You imagine so.
See
If you can get him lined up.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Cornell.
Blanca just went out behind me.
So you look towards the windowsill. You see her get up into there. She swings her weight out, holding the edge of the frame. You see her hand slip from the bottom of the seal. She grabs the bottom of the window frame. She grabs the seal. You see her knock her chin as she grabs and holds the side of the building. You can hear her feet scrambling for purchase on the outside. Behind you, you hear Bjorn take a tremendous hit or two. He's groaning, even in that tone that tells you he's in deep trouble.
I moved to the window. What was Blanca wearing?
She was dressed for ops.
Okay, so she's got a fairly sturdy clothing on. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to grab her by, like right here
Mm-hmm.
and pull her back up into the window. Do you need athletics or strength or anything for that?
Let's do with athletics. DC 18.
Got it by 1. I rolled really bad. I rolled real bad. That was a 3.
You're lucky she didn't have lunch. You grab her, pull her into position. Her eyes get focused. Golf balls subside a bit. She points up. Are we going up? You see she's taking a breath now that there's air out here.
I was just going to ask, now that I'm at the window, do I feel like I can breathe?
Your smoke is piling out behind you now, and you can still feel the heat back there. Sneaking a breath feels like appropriate for this moment. You may not get another.
Yeah, okay. I'll reset my little counter there. Bjorn's in trouble. I can't leave him here.
I can't either. You want help? I can't do much from here.
You best stay back and get ready to leave, but if you want to throw something at that black bastard, do it.
I can't climb on this facade. It's too severe, but I can carry him, if that makes any sense.
I'm not going to ask.
I can lift him up. I don't know if he needs to climb. He's pretty good at that. I don't know. What do you want to do? You want me to go to the top, or you want help?
I'm staying here till Bjorn's out. I need you to do what you need to do, Blanca. And then I turn and with my last action, shoot over Bjorn's shoulder at the shadow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
33.
33 is a hit. Not a crit.
12 damage. You missed it, John, but Blanca failed her climb and was dangling out the window, so I went and pulled her back in.
I rolled a 1 and then a 4.
You're still muted, John. A 1 and a 4. Good.
So you're still in the room with the fire?
Yeah, I spent half of my turn pulling her back in so that she wasn't dangling there, and then I fired once. Bjorn, we've hit a snag. Blanca is worse at climbing than Bonnie.
Bjorn, your turn.
Was there any doubt?
You see that fire pressing up behind the shadow, throwing portions of it over you. You're not sure whether it's just darkness or the shadow. That specimen case, all the glass is cracked and fallen. Things are burning and encroaching. If you stay where you're standing now, you'll be in the fire within 6 seconds.
And I can't keep going toe to toe with this thing. I'd really like to keep it from getting by me, but I've got to tag off. I'm going to turn, point at Blanca and point to my back, and then go running past her toward the window.
Okay.
Then I'd like to. Do I have to save, hold back an action so she can climb on before I go out?
I will. I mean, she didn't. She's not ready for it. Give me a climb check as you move out.
Cornell just grabbed her and pulled her on, or pulled her up. Can
Yeah.
Bjorn do the same?
Ooh, 28.
28. You recognize that even though it's a really large window, she's kind of center frame in it from where Cornell pulled her up. You could kind of football grab her and let her hold on to you as part of your movement with an athletics DC 20.
I'll do that. Athletics 33.
You grab her, you knock a little bit of wind out of her in your haste. She offs in your direction. You swing around to the outside of the building. There's a little bit of infrastructure built in around the window that's easier to grab onto with the shutters that are open to the street. You grab on close to the middle pivot point and get a firm fixed point as you start to put yourself skyward.
I'd like to use, if I have a third action, go to the roof with her.
Okay. You take her with you. You'll get to the bottom of the gutter, get a hand on it, and that will end your turn.
Okay. And I'm not holding my breath anymore.
You take a big, precious, sweet breath of oxygen out here in the clean, cool air. Blanca. She spends an action securing her hold on you. She breathily whispers in your ear, "Thank you." You need any
I'm
help?
just afraid that I left Cornell to his death with that damn thing.
Where's Cornell? She says.
Preparing for Valhalla.
She turns back down towards the window. Let me look at her spell complement that remains. What the hell? That might work. Let's make a check. She's being jostled pretty heavily. Natch, that's a waste.
I know the feeling.
Cornell, you glance behind you and see a version of Bjorn you don't fully recognize step in through the window. You hear Blanca's voice come out of it. "I've got your back."
That must be surreal.
This thing can take a hit. You don't have to.
Does it step in front of me?
Can I get there?
Because otherwise, Blanca's just going to watch me die through Bjorn's eyes.
Oh, check it out. It's on cable.
It can't displace you. It just stands next to you.
I mean, I should be in that next to the window.
Oh, yeah, actually, you're
yeah.
there. So it can't it? Let's get Bjorn 2 in position.
2.0.
Yeah, let's put 2.0 there.
New and improved.
So Bjorn's semblance moves past you to block the movement from that narrow hallway by the bookcase. The creature, which would have normally just stepped on top of you, now has a little bit of impedance. That's Blanca's turn, and the shadows attack. Cornell, you watch as this thing moves away from the fire. You can tell it's greedily looking to get away from the fire as much as you guys are. It takes a strike at Bjorn's semblance. It connects without difficulty, and you see Bjorn vanish. The thing howls with rage, realizing it's been duped. Turns to you with its last action, having moved to get close to you, and attempts to strike.
-4, 5.
-5. Well, let's see the agile attack. Let's see if it's even close. 28.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'll just ask: was it standing between? Was Bjorn 2 standing between him and Cornell? Was there a 5-foot step?
So he had to strike to get rid of Bjorn. He moved forward 5 feet to get to Cornell, and then struck again.
Okay. Would that be 4 actions? Was there 3 in there, or can you disperse the moves?
Wow. So yeah, strike, move, strike.
Move, strike, move.
So
No
fake
move on.
Bjorn was already adjacent to him.
Was he already adjacent to Cornell? Oh,
Yeah,
fake Bjorn was already adjacent to the guy. Okay.
Yeah, it had
Bjorn
to be in order.
2.0.
Otherwise, the shadow would have gone after Cornell as easily as Bjorn. He had to intercede.
He had to get in the middle. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Just wanna.
He does have finesse, so it's only -4. But yes, he's got a 28 hits.
Oh yeah. Yep.
'Twas worth a try.
Oh, crappy rolls. Fortunate for you, that's a 12 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, that was a golf clap. Sorry.
The shadow is now on Cornell. With that, to the end of his actions. Back to the rooftop.
Uh-huh. Just a waif of a girl who couldn't hit him in front of him.
You see him trigger the bullhorn again. Jump down, he says, more insistent this time. Save.
Oh, see, I didn't hear down. What language is he speaking?
Gallic.
Of course he is. I was told this before. I'm not going to be bullied, bitch. Let's see. 29.
29. That is successful, but you must spend your first action attempting to follow orders next on your action.
Is there even a down to do? Is this like a trellis?
You didn't
this?
see any balconies or external anything past the roof line. The next stop is the ground.
I mean, you're telling me I have to obey, but it's not for my own self-destruction, I assume.
That is not a contingency in this.
With a success.
Well, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
The instrument that he's using to give you instructions reduces
It's big bad. Okay.
Next action. We could do that. This is easier. We'll do. You see the staff point directly towards you, but you watch as the little firelights immediately angle skyward like tiny stars. And they go up about 30 feet, change, and come back down your direction and unerringly strike you.
Well, she's only a third of herself now. Let's see what's left.
6.
Are you on the same roof of the burning building? You're not.
He is 19 points of damage.
Perfectly
I thought he
zero.
was across the street, or did he make that jump?
No, he's on the same building opposite. You guys are on the front. He's on the back.
The
So
roof
she-
that Bjorn
She's
and
too-
Blanca are about to climb up onto.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You guys
She's
are
too
going
busy.
Go ahead.
She's too busy being at 0 hit points to jump for him.
She goes unconscious. Or no, she's just, yeah. She drops to the
Roof and starts sliding down, I imagine, or something.
Well,
not-
there's a
there's-
whole bunch of these really pointy things on the edge of the
Yeah.
roof.
No roof is flat.
Ask Banny that again. See if he
Uh,
answers different.
roll a percentile, Ken. I'll do the same.
Roll for the flat roof.
42. Hey, the ultimate answer.
33. You slide down the roof and your clothing catches on the rain gutter hooks. You stop your motion before plummeting 5 stories.
Oh, shit,
Papa's
I've
jacket
seen this
saved
movie.
me. Huh?
I've seen this movie.
Yes, you have.
Ends on an ice flow.
Oh.
No actions, Your Honor. I'm at 0, so unconscious but not dying yet.
You don't witness what comes next because you're unconscious.
Fair.
No. That happens. Robin. Your
I'm
turn.
unconscious. I know what happens.
You're unconscious. When unconscious, what wakes you from consciousness? Loud noises.
Banny.
Banny.
Banny has to be conscious in order for that to work.
Bjorn snoring. That usually helps.
Is Banny not conscious?
No, he's totally conscious, but usually by the time Robin goes unconscious, Banny's already unconscious.
Is he on a crosstown bus or did he take the subway?
I think he took the express. The express should get him there within 5 minutes.
Express to the hag's house.
I'm going to give you a perception check. Your DC is a 26.
Do I have a minus like 10 for being unconscious? Or
-4.
-4? Okay. 22 with the -4.
Yes, you remain unconscious.
Snooze you later.
Fire.
Bad guys? Is this all bad guys around?
I'm working
yeah.
on.
Well, now it was Robin's, but she's too busy sleeping to take her turn.
Sleeping on the job.
Yep.
Did you make your dying save?
I'm at 0. I'm dying or I'm
Oh.
unconscious?
Just unconscious.
If
He's
you
in
hit
that
0,
Halo state.
Right at 0. 19 hit points minus 19.
Banny.
So did those guys advance on me? That's why I bring up the bad guys.
Where did my bad guys go? Oh, you know what? I skipped your bad guys. I only did the upstairs bad guys.
Well.
Let's catch them up.
Oh, really? I didn't get a freebie. Oh, well.
Well, they both fly off the stairs your direction.
As soon as the first one gets within 30 feet, I shoot because
You
I have
shoot
snapshot.
Almost the minute they move, you fire.
Okay. And that is a 24 minus 2 because this is a volley 5.
Okay.
So the first one, as they approach, gets a 13 to the face.
You shoot it. You see some of its tenebrious tissues turn to ash as it moves closer to you. It seems undaunted in the approach. Oh man, you're so lucky. I just dropped that instead of attacking. Okay. The two of them close on you without real tactics. They both close on your front side and not try to flank you. The one you just shot crosses the room, feet not really touching the floor, flying more than running. That was weak sauce.
Weak sauce, weak sauce.
25?
Ooh, almost.
Miss?
26, yes.
Okay. It strikes a second time after it is closed. Oh. That's not gonna... No. Oh, wait, 27.
Oh, yeah, hits. So it begins.
So, yeah, 15 points of damage.
Jeez. Nice glancing blow.
The other one, who seems fully capable and undamaged, crosses the room, strikes your direction. It's a miss. And its last action is a miss. Now it's your turn, Danny.
Okay, so the first one, so they're both advanced. They're in front of me. I
They're
am
between
going.
you and the stairwell.
Is there a way for me to take a right angle and move? I mean, move like down the way, but line them up?
Yeah, there's a door just to your right. If you were to move there, put your back against the door and turn east, you could fire and potentially line them the two of them up.
I'm gonna do that, and I will dodge roll to that spot if I can get past them. I don't know if they can hit me or if they seem prepared to hit me as I move past them.
Make a roll.
Not very effective. 13 total. That's with my
You-
athletics.
You attempt to use your athletics and the agility to get around them without drawing additional attention. You bump against one of the barrels and hear it slosh. You put your back against the door harder than you anticipated. It wasn't graceful, but you're in position.
Okay. Good. Line up the shot and take a. Actually, I'm gonna hunt prey on the healthy one, and
Okay.
then I'm going to shoot through both of them. I'm gonna take a hero point.
You're only in a burning house surrounded by shadows. Go ahead.
Yeah. There's no need to try and save myself out of this one. Oh, that's so much better. That is a 20. That's a 30.
30 is a crit. You don't get crit, but
Yeah.
you get crit bonuses on anything you have.
So that gives me those two, a D8. And I get specialization plus, and it's high caliber. Let's play this game. 17, 22. Plus 2 per die. Does the plus 2 per die count for the D8 that I put on top of a ranger? Sorry, Mike. I'm totally using you.
Oh, you're talking about high caliber?
Not high. Yeah, high caliber.
No, because that's not a weapon die. That's just an
Okay.
additional die, right?
Okay. Yeah, it is just an additional die. So that's 22. That's 26, and then specialization on top of that is 4/4.
Are you
or is it
talking
just
about
4?
your hunt prey? Hunt prey plus 2 per die?
The high caliber?
Oh, okay.
All right. You punch up that first shot. You see the shot strike and kind of create those eddies from the shot. You see the bullet itself tumble and drop without hitting the second creature.
Okay.
Apparently, it took all the energy off of it.
Okay. So that first one took the majority of damage.
It took a good solid hit. That was the most you've seen it absorb damage so far.
And that is my turn.
Cornell, you see that the fire has consumed all of the cabinet next to you. The flames are starting to tug at the window sill behind you. You can see gouts of it just licking at the top of the windowsill. If you don't step out now, you may not get out.
What happened to the shadow that's right in front of me?
It's right in front of you. You see that it doesn't cast a shadow in any direction. It is the only shadow left. There's a fire to your right and a fire to your left and a window behind you.
But it's not in the fire either. Yeah.
It's not in the fire. It's standing directly in front of you, in front of the radio panel behind it. You see all those gauges and stuff. A lot of them moving in place. Whatever instrumentation is behind there doesn't play well with fire, and it's moving erratically.
Yeah, I go out the window.
No attacks, just go out.
I just go out.
Okay. You move through the window. And you're up there. Move those guys out of the way so you've got room to go. Stand on the sill, look upwards. You see Blanca and Bjorn up at the rain gutter. Bjorn's got a hand on it, getting ready to pull himself up and over.
I don't want to try and mess with Bjorn's path. Is there a parallel path I can take?
Yeah, I mean, you free climbed the face of this building. You can take any track you want.
Then I'll take adjacent the adjacent to him or just on the other side of the window of him and get up to the roof.
Give me a climb check.
Did you determine if this was a flat roof or a peaked roof?
It's a 12-12 pitch. It's peaked.
31 climb.
31. Cornell, you scramble upwards. What's your move rate climbing?
Oh, I got to pull up climb. It's based on the chart. Hold on. Climb with my move speed is 5 on a success, 10 on a crit.
You rolled a what?
I rolled a 31.
That's a crit.
So I climbed 10 feet. Okay. How far is it to the roof?
You're 5 feet below them.
Okay, then I will climb again. 27.
Normal climb, you reach the gutter. Hello, Bjorn. Hello, Blanca.
Bullshit.
And then up onto the roof.
You pull yourself up and over. Yeah, you see the steep slate roofs you've seen here more times than any tourist has ever seen.
We don't have view of the Robin situation from where we're at, do we?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. Since I'm probably at the bottom of that peak, I do want to just peer back over, keep an eye on these two that are still climbing up, but I'm mostly keeping my eye on the window itself to see if that shadow comes out or if there's no sign of it.
Do you say anything to your colleagues?
No.
Okay. End of the round. Bjorn.
So I'm at the rain gutter. I've got her on my back, and I've got a sloped roof ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to lever up and charge up to the peak of the roof, knowing that if I put a foot on either side of it, I'm a lot less likely to slide off one or the other.
Okay, roll. You're taking Blanca with you?
Yep.
Roll your climb check -2, DC 26.
Ooh, that'll work. 19, 35 -2, 33.
You, even with Blanca's weight pulling you down, you charge up to the top of the roof line. You have a couple of moments where your footing is a little bit rough. Your heart rate jumps a little bit. You get to the roof line and throw a foot to the other side and stabilize. That's 2 actions. You got 1 left.
Do we see anything from up here?
You stand at the top, perception.
27.
You cast a glance towards Cornell. He looks in pretty good shape. You go to the other side of the roof, looking down. you see the backside of a man holding what looks like some kind of a megaphone and a staff. He's maybe 5-10 feet tops away from a silhouetted figure hanging over the edge of the building. You kind of make out the head and maybe shoulders. What did you roll, a 27?
Let's see. Yeah, 27.
You make out Robin. Looks like she's hanging off the edge of the roof. Her head slumped. Looks like the only thing keeping her on the roof is the little hooks that hold the rain gutter in place. Man in front of you, his intent and focus is on her.
One action left. Is it possible for me to throw my great axe, lumberjack style?
You could throw anything. You'll just take a penalty.
Unfortunately, you got a Blanca penalty as well. Throw Blanca.
Now, Blanca's going to have to do her own thing with this. I only got the one action, and I can't get to him and still do something.
Yeah.
So
Spider monkey. She'll just.
I'm gonna end the great axe. Want to be a lumberjack.
Love it.
You're roughly 25, we'll call it. Let's see the distance. I'm going to call it 20. You're at a diagonal. It's 30 feet.
Okay. I don't know what the range on a thrown great axe is.
Throwing stuff is like a range of 10, so you're at -4 at this range.
-4. Okay.
Unless you have a scope on it.
Right.
Go to sleep, Danny.
Or some hag witchery to make it strike true.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
You could have gotten topped off, you know?
Did you say -2 or -4?
-4.
17.
Not bad.
Plus 19.
It's a fine roll.
32.
You put your weight into that. All of your throwing axe skills. You see this thing tumbling end over end. It gets about 15, 17 feet away from you, and you see it just deflect at an odd angle for no reason at all. Goes spinning sideways. It looks like it should slide off the roof, but it just comes to a halt on the rooftop. It should slide off and go down the side of the building, but it doesn't.
Fucker.
Can't hit the broad side of a force wall. Wait, no, you did. Never mind.
That's right. Then I'll just groan Chiron bar.
Blanca lets go of you. I'll call that a free action. Grabs her pack, pulls out one little chunk of chocolate, hands it to you. That'll be an action.
Open my mouth so she can just shove it in.
All right, I'll spend an action. You get a D4. That feels 3.
3.
That's, really just 75% better than it could have been.
That's right.
Or 50% better.
I just pictured that axe sinking into the Blood Prince's back.
I loved the visual on that. Absolutely loved it.
Blanca goes next. So she gave him the chocolate. What can I do?
Bjorn threw away his only weapon, said nobody ever.
I mean, just pull out the reserve.
The reserve's not quite as fancy.
I mean, it's still on the roof. You just have to go get it.
All right. That's what I want to do, is get by the edge.
It's not like there's somebody there telling you to jump off.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Bjorn, you watch as Blanca pulls the knife that she keeps around her neck. You see her grip it and say a word as she draws back something she had previously used. Train bonded item. She doesn't dare climb this roof, so she spends her last action stabilizing.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's jump back to Banny. The two shadows you have lined up in front of you, the nearest one doesn't need to move to get in your face and slashes in your direction.
Oh, I thought. Okay. So I'm a 26.
He hits you. Well, he strikes at you with a 25.
Not
Second
so much.
attack. Worse. And a Hail Mary goes nowhere good. The other shadow moves alongside, casts an action to get up to you, stands kind of between you and the spiral staircase, strikes. Now miss, and last action, miss. Up top.
Oh, God. Glad these guys are.
Robin goes before the caster because she is dying.
Okay.
I am dying, or am I unconscious at 0?
Does that count?
0 is dying.
Yep.
Cool.
She's ahead of him, but not the shadows.
Then
But she gets
technically,
the chance to recover.
right. The last turn, I never got a chance. It was my unconscious turn. We just treated it. What is that? Just a flat check?
Flat 15?
Right?
I believe the shadows are going right now, though. Right?
Well,
Yeah.
but last turn. I understand, but last turn.
So last turn, did we
Last
miss?
turn, you wouldn't have gotten that round because your initiative moves to before the caster.
No, I'm
So-
after him.
No,
That's why he
Ken.
took me out.
This is how it works. Don't argue this. This is how it works. He kills you. You are dying. Your initiative goes to before him. You don't get a round until
right before he goes.
he goes.
Wait, so you're saying that literally I don't get to take any action, any round? I just get bypassed.
You go before he goes again.
It just adjusts your initiative to right before his, so he doesn't get to go again before you do, but you change your order.
Okay.
The shadow has to come out of the building, even though it's mostly. Let's see, he's going to have to cling to the building. Puts him in a diminished state.
Oh, this is the big shadow climbing out the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's going to be barbecue. Soldat Sanctify. Cornell, you watch as this shadow floats up over the eave line of the edge of the building and ends its movement in front of you.
Still floating? Or did he touch down on the roof?
Hard to tell. I mean, the edges of this thing aren't defined enough. It's close enough to standing on the edge of the roof. It's in front of you. It looks like it's preparing to strike. And does so. Never mind. Miss. Let's see. So move out, move up. That's 2 actions to get here. Done. Robin. Wounded.
Bleed.
Well, bleed. No,
She's not bleeding. Yeah, but it's the
It was all cauterized.
at 0. What are your?
Is there a slip at 0?
I don't think so.
That's what I read. She has to make a recovery check at 10 plus her dying value as a DC.
So that'd be 11.
So no penalty because you're
11.
at 0. You're
It
dying.
looks like it's a flat check.
So let's make that flat check, Robin.
A flat 11 or better. 18.
Okay, that puts you at what?
She's still at 0, but she's holding steady, I believe.
Right.
Then I always look at Mike to see if he's nodding or shaking his head.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You nailed it, John. You got it.